because we were sitting there recording. That's what they didn't do.
No retaliation.
It is. Pure retaliation.
No, you got people protecting the law. So I would say that each time that happens, that's Brad's fault.
I didn't do shit. I tried getting out of my car after he came over here, aggressive. Acting all crazy. So I decided I'm not going to sit in my car. This guy's standing over.
And then after so many times them doing that where they're not pressing charges against people simply because of the person with the cell phone.
Hi guys. Who's in here?
But,
It's a few of you. Right now watching Chuck Bronson.
They can't get away from that.
And I'm going to have to pause it because I'm trying to make a phone call. And the call I'm trying to make is to the police department there. Because they don't seem to be able to manage to deal with assault charge, situations there. So we're hoping this dialing goes through, but I think it's because I'm playing a YouTube video that it won't let me make a phone call. And oh my God, she who talks unto the wind. You should know that I got your letter today. It was long, it was eloquent, it was beautiful. It touched my heart in so many ways. I can't wait to write such a resounding gong of... I'm joking. I got your envelope today. I'm trying to be funny. I'm a little high. And Sue, I got your... did you get my masks? Did you get them yet? Because I sent them priority mail. So they should have been arriving today, maybe tomorrow, Sue Hatton. And I did get your letter. And I am trying to make a phone call. You got your masks, very good. You married him as backup. Who did you marry, safety man? I was trying to call, but I couldn't get through. And for some reason, it still isn't dialing very well. It keeps dying. I'm going to tell you what, folks. That's messed up. That number. Yes, please. Oh, and you got Strauss, goody. So I'm going to tell you what. I got to go back to this Chuck Bronson. The number isn't working, guys. I'll let them all know about that. So I got this box right here. It's a big box. It's okay, safety man. I got you. It came to my house that I'm leaving from. And it's full of I don't think it's porn magazines, I'll tell you that. But we'll turn the live back on. Chuck was being harassed. And so I was gonna make phone calls on his behalf. But I don't know where he's at. And my computer doesn't love me. And being in too many places all at once can be really rough. So I might not do the unboxing yet. I hope it's more cloth. I really hope it's more cloth. And the station here is about to die because I gotta move. But it's gotten really expansive because I'm the only one here using the space. I do tease because that's the box, right? That is the box. And but the thing is that Chuck Bronson's live, and he just got harassed. He's got 100 and some people in there. I don't want to steal anybody, but I'm gonna just go back in here and say. Now, see, Chuck Bronson's over there arguing who gets to do case law. I'm trying to make calls to the police department. And I may do that more. But this is it. I just can't. We're going to tease. We're going to wait. We're going to try to draw a little bit more of a crowd. I'll be honest. I want you guys to know two things. One is that I don't know who sent this box. Chuck Bronson's live. This is the box you want me to open. And I need to check my Gmail because I want to not use the person's real name. I want to use their channel name so that I'm, just respecting people. It's weird. Why would you do that? I don't know. Did you know that 17 people have COVID at Jefferson County Jail? It's public knowledge. It's very public knowledge. So, no, that's not the email that I asked for, you idiot. Let's try that one. See, I have multiple emails and all of you guys. 17 people at the Jefferson County Jail have COVID. So I sent 25 masks over there with the nurse today. Oh, this was Boss Mare. Okay, so hi. I have a box. It's from Boss Mare. And she's been very supportive. And in this box, it is alleged that there should be fabric. There might be thread. What I do know is that there will be fabric. And in that fabric, we will find masks for the nurses. So most people, when they do an unboxing, and people want to see what's in the box, right? So let's make sure that you can know that my battery is low too. Isn't that wonderful? Great. No, these are thin. Didn't know how thick at the time. Wiped out of sewing machine material. Walmart is wiped out of thread. I don't shop at Walmart, but thank you anyway. Need to know which template. I think it was A, but I'll try again. Wipe the bag down, transport it in another bag. Here's how we do this. We're unboxing in a time of COVID, and that means you should know what to do. We're unboxing fabrics, folks. Happy 420. She wants me to wipe it down. Wipe down the bag, she said. So we're wiping the bag down. We're wiping the bag down. Okay. Drum roll. Can you see in there? You can. Okay, here we go. Ta-da-da. Thread. Look at all that thread. That's miles of thread. Look at all the bright, vibrant colors we have. There's a teal and a sea foam and a lime and metallic purple. And I see a soft pink. Right? Do you see those? Aren't those beautiful? They really are. And I could be getting the names wrong. These are coming into the fabrics. Oh, wow. Look at these. They're beautiful. That is a magnificent, beautiful color. Can you see that, folks? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What else have we got in here? Oh, I love it. That's going to be a very fun mask. Now, I'm going to tell you, we're going to take a look at this. She's worried about it being too thin, and I'm starting to use Olifun. It'll be good, though. These are going to be great materials. These are perfect, perfect, perfect. These are wonderful. Look at that pink with polka dots. Oh, that's going to be fun. Nice. Look at that thick, solid blue. Oh, and I like these. These are super fun. They're maybe the same. Definitely a couple sets of blue. Maybe that was going to be a bed and pillowcase set or something. I'm not really quite sure. But those are the colors of the fabrics. And I love it. I love it. I'm going to be sitting here tonight watching movies. Whitebeard got your mask today. Thank you very much. Travel, I appreciate you. Aren't those beautiful, Joan? This is how lucky I am, right? I'm just such an amazingly blessed person. I got these great fabrics. They are. And Joan, I would love to get some fabrics from you. Literally, I sent 25 masks to the Jefferson County Jail today. I'm ready to send another 10 because I finished a bunch of stuff up. But today I was really just getting ready to sit down and draw masks, and this box appeared. And this is from Boss Mare. So I'm going to edit the title and explain to you that I usually don't do that, but I'm going to definitely unbox. So there's an ignored interruption that I need you all to hear. I'll do my best to play this.
Going to be saying, hey, call your congressman and change these laws that apply to banks. What the FCC has said is that when the subject matter of the call ranges to the topics, then the call is transformed, and it's a call that's been allowed.
Did you hear that? Maybe you didn't. Let me play it again.
No longer allowed. And so I think
this is the toilet flush.
More from NPR. Live from
Oh.
News and Watch.
Not live. You have to hear this. This is funny as hell. Listen carefully.
going to be saying, hey, call your congressman and change these laws that apply to banks. And what the FCC said is that when the subject matter of the call ranges to the topics, then the call is transformed, and it's a call that would have been allowed and it's no longer allowed.
That was a toilet flushing. That was one of the 5 funniest things that happened, or most important things that happened, at the Supreme Court's first week of live streaming arguments. Emerald, I'll wear a mask. I'll tell you what, I'll wear one of these beautiful masks. I'm gonna make one tonight. I think I'm gonna start with this one. I really like this fun patterns on this, right? And we're gonna go to some of these blues here, and the pink polka dots for sure. I got plenty of fabric. I'm gonna sit here, watch a movie, maybe watch some live streams, cut out 20 or 30 masks tonight out of this fabric, and get to stitching. No, Graham, I would not wear one of those masks. This is my workstation, by the way, if any of you are wondering. I have lots of big things here. This is where I'll be. Oh, I didn't even get to read the letter, did I? This is one of my workstations. That's a dab kit over there. This is where I'll cut. This is the basement of this apartment that I'm renting right now. I got fabrics, all these fabrics from Boss Mare, all this beautiful thread from her sewing room. I'm just so excited because these are great fabrics. I love them. And so if you've got some cutoffs, you want to see some fabulous masks, you got to know that that's what we're doing. We are, I'm making masks. There are, I'm all over the place right now. I wasn't really prepared to do a live stream But I want you guys to see Twitter today. I want you to notice how, let's see, we're going to go over here. Jeffco Sheriff. Boom. April 1st, it's the pinned tweet. The sheriff announces additional COVID-19 response action with these orders. And here's the details. Now remember, this is April 1st, 2019. Pursuant to the powers vested in the office of the sheriff, they're necessary and prudent to proactive measures to deputize all the police officers in the county as county officers. So if you're a Lakewood City police officer, if you're a Pine Township officer, you're deputized as a Jefferson County sheriff, and you can go work at the jail, and you can actually help fill shifts. Okay, to avoid unnecessary spread of COVID. The following arrest standards are in effect for the Jefferson County Jail until further ordered by the sheriff. No misdemeanor or municipal custodial arrests will be accepted unless the charges require an advisement made under the Victim Rights Act. That's domestic violence cases. No traffic-related warrant arrests will be accepted. No first-time drinking and driving offense will be accepted unless no reasonable alternative can be found. Second or greater drinking and driving offenses will be accepted. No county court or municipal warrant arrest will be accepted unless the underlying charge is a victim's a VRA crime. I can't remember the words right now. Arrests on felony warrants will be accepted, but the sheriff's office urges officers to exercise their discretion in making such arrests and to take into account the underlying original violation. Arrests for nonviolent felonies will only be accepted if there is a direct threat to public safety. Otherwise, a felony summons process is recommended. The likelihood of an individual complying with a court summons shall not be grounds to determine whether a custodial arrest is appropriate. That's on April 1st. Now, close that. That's the pinned tweet. Oh, what's underneath that? Can you read that, folks? 17 inmates in the Jefferson County Detention Facility have tested positive for COVID-19 this week. For full details, read the press release. Well, let's go read the press release. Whoops, that's not it. I want to click it, but the problem is that we need to go to the comments first. Okay? And I don't want to reply. I want to see the comments. So let's click this tweet. Free Eric Brandt, right? Yes, I agree. Ghost Rider said, can you read that? Oh, I have a low battery. Give me a second, folks. Masks fit so poorly, they hang down below their nose. Look at that. What a guy. What a guy. He is out there at the Jefferson County Jail last night taking photographs of the inmates' masks because they said that they got masks. So, oh, I was on Bronson. I'm sorry. You can go back to Bronson. I did that earlier. YouTube.com. Chuck Bronson was live. He was assaulted by some random hillbilly, and the cops did nothing about that. And it seems like his live stream has ended. Jeff is here, is live as well, if you'd like. Maybe some of you are coming from Chuck Bronson. I'm not sure. I am plugged into the laptop, actually. We're there. There's Chuck Bronson. There's 140 people watching. I'm a nobody, right? I got 27. All right. So while we let the ad play through silently, because I'm not trying to listen to it, we'll wait for Chuck Bronson to go live again. In the meantime, here's a guy. See his face? See his nose? See the mask is hanging over his ears? See how that guy? I can't tell if that's an inmate. Yeah. There's a mask and there's his nose. Right? He says he challenged them. Yo, Otto, last night, this morning on the Watchdog News Network. And by the way, if somebody wants to drop a link to the Watchdog News Network, that's an acceptable link. If you are a moderator, drop a link for your channel. If you want to drop your link for your channel, we'll moderate you. But the only way we're going to get some more likes and shares these days is to moderate everybody, I think. And so ModFest 2020 has begun in the basement of Cut the Plastic. And, you might... I'm not sure if I know Emerald Isle, so we're going to hold off on that one. You might find here, though, that this is Ghost Rider. He's replying to Jefferson County Sheriff's Twitter account. And they tweeted yesterday, and he replied, look how shitty this is. And if I go there now, I'll find people wearing bad masks, right? Okay, so Chuck Bronson, he's still just driving around, happy-go-lucky, having a great day. He was released from the tyranny of the moment to just get away and save his own life, okay? So I was trying to make calls to the sheriffs there. Eric's moderators, well, jeez. I know, Graham. Let me get there. I'm working on it. Post some channels in there, huh? Post people's links. I'm going to stay on my topic, okay? So here's the topic. Ghost Rider says 17 people got COVID. We're going to get to the press release. But that's why okay. There we go. We're going to get to the press release. They're so poorly they're hanging. If I go there now, you can't even provide them with masks that would be effective, and you turn down quality masks that we tried to donate. That's right. Ghost Rider was live. He did try to donate those masks, right? And he's a journalist. He's telling them, as a gonzo journalist, that he's involved. And he's trying to help remedy the situation. So let's look at these inmates. Let's look at these inmates not wearing their masks. Right? There's another one. Herd immunity may come sooner than a vaccine. That's very, very true. Let's see. What other plies do we have here? Socially distant Aspen Knight said, well, by all means, release them and let's just jail single mother salon owners and people throwing footballs or surfing. And Carol from Colorado says that it's terrible, terrible news. Yeah. All right, man. Emerald Isle, have a great day. And, enjoy your day. You can go watch Chuck Bronson driving his car around. That's fun. Jeff is here is live as well. And they have masks. They're given a mask every 7 days. They are... I'm not seeing enough of your channels being posted on my chat right now to like and sub each other. But really, we've got Jeff is here live, myself, and Chuck Bronson. That's all I got. Oh, the Seattle News Channel is live also. A lot of COVID crap, right? Did I mention Boss Mare sent me fabric? Yeah, she sure did. And I am gonna go back to Otto sent me an email that I wanna show you. I'm not as technically advanced. I have a Chromebook. Nick Power, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Why don't you go ahead and put your channel link in the feed there so that we can get you. There we go. Otto's got a channel. He's got 2 channels now, and you can be an editor on the Watchdog News Network, right? I want you to do that. Here is I get lots of mail. So let's see. This is the you guys got to appreciate some of this stuff. You're in here. This is the Frank Sturgill Fuck Cops official. I'm not use this Cora information for profit. Fuck Bad Cops. Cora signature sign needed. And you can get this if you want to do Cora requests in your community, and you want to do this thing that says, "It's beautiful." Hello, Ryan. Yeah, I know, but I'm on my phone, so I'm just modding a whole bunch of you people that are here regularly because I love you all. Here, let's see what he said. Oh, that's the Cora request, but we didn't get the email there, did we? Let's check the Cora. It looks like the Jefferson County is gonna play hide and go pay for the requests. You know, with these emails, you always got to start at the bottom and work your way up. So we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. This email reads, "Dear criminals, free Eric Brandt." Thank you, Darlene. I'm going to read this. "Patient, after what fraud and lawless behavior?" Oh, see, he's responding to something. Oh, look at that. There's more. There's more. Okay, here we go. "Dear criminals, free Eric Brandt. It has been reported through extremely reliable sources that at least 27 Jeffco sheriff's deputies at work tested positive last week. Per the records of the state laws of Colorado, state of Corrupto, we the people demand the following records: the log or count of numbers of deputies working in the Jefferson County Detention Center on April 27, 2020. A log or count of deputies that have been tested between March 13th, 2020 and April 27th. A log or count of deputies that are on paid leave due to testing for coronavirus from March 13th. Right? It gets better. Here's all the things he asked for. Log or counts of deputies receiving hospitalization have received a second test as being put in a pod. Policy of deputies of testing coronavirus deputies. Policy of sorting and distribution mail to inmates, including the use of UV light. What are you doing? The instruction manual for the UV light, right? So that they're not breathing over the mail. Your boss, and there it is, Frank Sturgill. You know, I can blow this up a little bit, I think, because this is good words. Per Colorado Revised Statute 24-72-305.5, Section 1, records received by this request will not, oh, there we go, will not be used for the direct solicitation of business for pecuniary gain. They do deserve a bad review. Happy Fuck the Cops Day, everyone. Eric Brandt, 2018. Right? So, they sent him a letter. Brandy Perte, records supervisor, at 303-271-5816. Yeah, Boss Mayor. Big thank you to Boss Mayor. They the option from the government, aren't they, Otto? And she says, Mr. Churchill, and it's been forwarded to our detentions division. They're currently processing these requests, and they'll be getting back to you with the total. It will be before we release these records. Newfie Bullet, happy fucking Cops Day. I am thank you for joining. So you're in the crowd now. And they're currently processing the request. They want money for the records, right? So that's the problem that we have right now, is that they want to pay. Please be patient with us as we continue to process. We'll get back when it's completed. Okay, that was on April 29th, 2020. Frank says, why should I be patient? Right? After the fraud and lawless behavior you monsters have done to my life? Fuck you. When you steal my driver's license without a reason, I will never respect you thugs. Amazingly enough, the criminals violated their own laws again. You have 14 days to produce the requested records or be sued for them. There will be no charges. There is no excuse you criminals can make up that would be reasonable enough to have charges for this information. Sorry, Otto. Every one of the records requested should be easily obtainable and be less than an hour's worth of work if you are properly doing your jobs. To drive home the culture of ignorance that is the Jefferson Sheriff Clown Show, here's a Jefferson sergeant that is literally poo-pooing the coronavirus as just a cold. Did he attach the record? Oh, where's the attachment? Where's the attachment? It's not there. Well, you guys have heard it, right? Frank just sent the letter from Eric. So they're scared. That's what he's saying. I want to find Otto because Otto got a response. Otto. No, he's using a different email. Oh, that's why. Too many emails. Frank does things differently than everybody else. What can I say? All right, so we'll just pull that away for a second. Otto, where's your email? Your news feed this morning when you could throw in those things, it was priceless. It's literally, there it is. Okay, so here's a press release. Who got what fixed? Yeah, hopefully you guys are sharing links. That's what I'm talking about, right? Share your stuff. So here's what Otto got on May 1st. We have 5 detention staff test positive. 2 inmates have tested positive. 1 was arrested by another agency and taken directly to the hospital by the agency due to symptoms. I'm not sure how you got 27 during the testing but it's not correct. Look at how she just lays all the info out. We began testing employees April 14th with a rapid response test. Yesterday was our last day of testing, and during that time, April 14th to April 30th, we had 20 detention staff test presumptive positive. All 20 of them did this no swab test. 4 of them have been confirmed positive, right? Well, folks, it's May 1st. I have to tell you that Jefferson County's press release still isn't coming up, right? It's a civic alert. It's not even a press release. It's a civic alert. It's posted on May 8th. Can you see that good enough? Let me read it to you. 17 test positive for COVID-19. This week, a total of 17 inmates in the Jefferson County Detention Facility have tested positive for COVID-19. All inmates who have tested positive had been moved to an isolation module. Now, it's interesting because if we were going to go to Janet Madsen, because I hate using my own footage the whole time, right? But this computer's too slow. If we were to go to Janet Madsen on a fast computer or Ghostwriter yesterday, then you would see that my computer's slow. You would see that the guy getting out of the jail yesterday said, hey, they moved like 80 people around. Okay, so I'll stop closing and opening and doing pages. Here's the deal, folks. There's 17 inmates that are positive at the Jefferson County Jail. If you have symptoms, you're going to be moved to an isolation module. If you've been exposed to one of the positive or symptomatic inmates, you're going to be provided good medical attention for observation. Sally? Is Sally Smith in here? Darlene Marie is getting needles from you because Darlene said, Brian, do you have any needles? And I said, I got some from Sally. And look at all of this. Look at all this fabric I got in the mail from Boss Mare. Isn't it beautiful? So here's the deal, folks. I'm just a little guy. I'm doing my part. I'm moderating everybody that's in the chat right now. So if you're here, I'm being irresponsible. Just throw your chats up there. I'm jealous. Thank you, Darlene. I have to tell you, lots of people. Somebody sent me a 4-pack. I don't even remember who it was. Jeremiah Raber. Look at this fabric. Look at the new fabric I get to work with. This is from Boss Mare. She's so amazing. She sent me a bunch of pretty little colors. I got some blues and some pink and some other pinks. And I am truly I am touched that you have an awesome fan base and that I have friendships with people like you. And I'm touched in the head to think that it happens everywhere because, you know, the guy upsized. Joan, you have tranquility. Maybe I'll see you in chat later. And Jeremiah, I'm just blessed to be there. It's cool to see your people learning and growing and opening eyes and all the things. If you are on here, folks, you should be posting your own channel. Please post your, okay? Share and like and find each other. And so I'm just going to talk about this briefly because I'm overexhausted. Sick. Hi. You need some mods, or you need some get up to 1,000 as well. I got a message earlier today. I want you guys to watch this video from the news channel. We're gonna pull it up here in a second. There you guys go. Keep sharing yourselves. Oh, it would help if there was volume.
Pandemic. The system is at capacity. There have been finding solutions to help the thousands of homeless people in Toronto is even more of a challenge now during the pandemic. The system is at capacity. There have been outbreaks in some shelters, and in order to meet social distancing rules, the 7,000 shelter beds have been shifted to locations across the city, including hotel rooms and community centers like this one.
7,000.
Tent encampments are also growing in size and in number, which is a safety concern for the city. Advocates are worried they'll be dismantled and say that is not the solution. While the city has removed tent encampments in the past, when the pandemic hit, a moratorium was placed on clearing camps. And yet last week, this one at George Hislop Park near Charles and Yonge, where more than 30 tents were pitched, received this notice, which stated that those living there were camping in a public park without authority and that they should remove their possessions by Monday. Advocates say not only do these people have nowhere else to go, but they're safer in these tents, both from catching COVID-19 and spreading it.
We know from the Center for Disease Control that when you clear an encampment, right, it's more likely actually the virus will spread because people have to disperse. They have no option. And so if anybody has COVID, they're forced to go to other locations, forced to interact with people they wouldn't otherwise. It's just not smart on that level. And it's also just really difficult. If you're barely surviving, you're in a tent, to have some shelter from the freezing rain, frankly, what we have right now, and to have that taken away from you by the city, like, that's just awful.
What would happen to you if the city said you had to move out of there?
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't leave. I'd make a stand.
Corey tells me he's been on the street for 4 or 5 years. He says police kicked him out of another location where he was camped, so he came to George Hislop. He says it's like a family.
Every single homeless person who is either here or park or down in other encampments, we all know each other, and we all is a network of caring, compassionate people.
What ended up happening after the notice was issued Thursday was that the city moved 31 inhabitants into apartments. Leftover belongings and debris were removed and the site cleaned, but the other occupants have so far been left alone in their tents. Toronto's Shelter Support and Housing Administration reassures the community that this is the policy for encampments around the city, although the goal is to get as many people inside as possible.
If we're not able to offer a place inside, we will not remove somebody from their encampment.
So the moratorium stands then?
The moratorium stands that we will not clear an encampment where we have not been able to offer somebody an inside placement.
Everyone agrees proper accommodation is preferable, although Greg Cook says shelters have their own issues with shared bathrooms and close sleeping quarters in spite of efforts to physically distance. He would like to see more hotel rooms open up for the homeless, as more than 20,000 of them in the city sit empty. Marianne Bedard says it's not that easy.
Hotels are private businesses. So, we have approached a number of them, and they've declined the opportunity to rent their rooms to us. Where they have shown an interest, we've absolutely pursued that.
Marianne Bedard says the reason those 31 people were able to move into apartments is because a demolition project for 2 apartment buildings has been delayed due to COVID-19. So the developer offered them up to the city for several months. There are units for about another 100 homeless people as well. Bedard wishes more owners would do the same. I'm Pam Seatle, City News.
Meanwhile, if I go to Denver Homeless Out Loud, folks, I would love you to see what happens in Denver. We're waiting. So if you haven't, and you have a Twitter account, please go tweet the @JeffGoSheriff, who we're gonna follow because I want to get more reports like that, and make sure that let's do that. How's it going, Fend? So good to see you. So, Denver Public Health tried to trespass people with housing from public space. This is brand new shit, folks. 8 hours old. This morning. Yesterday, May 8th, about 8 people staying in the public right-of-way in tents since they can't afford houses received these notices from Denver Health that they were trespassing. These notices were personally made by Denver Health staff, not official notice from the city. They're trying to use these hand-done notices to kick people off public property of their own accord, making up their own laws and property lines. Since when are people who are homeless not the public? Since when do our health providers care more about grass than people's lives? No, the building's parking lot next to where the folks are staying now on the public strip is mostly vacant. It's unused. Okay, so here's the notice of trespass. And I'm going to hide your chat so I can zoom in effectively. The property that you are camped on is maintained by Denver Health. We understand your circumstances are extremely difficult, especially in these hard times. However, you are trespassing. We are requesting that you move your belongings off property permanently. Sensitive to your circumstance, we will allow you time to relocate. Please do so by 800 on Monday, May 11th, 2020. If you're here still here at that date and time, Denver police will be called to remove you. What does that say? Shit is fucked up and stuff. That makes me angry. And in my anger, I'm going to share. As a member of the gang they call Occupy Denver, I have lots of opportunities there to share. Do. This is where Denver Health executives. Oh, look at that, Denver Health. Oh, draws the line. Not in paying staff. But their ability, oh, you can't even see what I'm typing there, can you? There. For their ability to maintain the grass and the road in the middle of a health pandemic. Boom. Oh. Sad shit, folks. It's fucked up, right? So, the CDC to the homeless. Drop dead. For immediate release, the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. Response to homeless mandamus. They have no duty to you. The Colorado Department of Public Health is today filing a motion to dismiss writ of mandamus filed by the homeless advocacy groups on an April 1st pleading with the agency to help the most vulnerable Coloradans during this deadly pandemic. The Department of Public Health claims it has no responsibility during a public health crisis. Let me repeat that just in case you didn't get to hear it clearly. The Department of Public Health claims it has no responsibility during a public health crisis to stop the spread of the virus among the homeless and its transmission throughout the state of Colorado. Okay? All they had to do was work with the governor to issue a temporary order removing barriers to housing, and we could have saved lives, says Jason Flores, attorney for the advocacy groups. Despite having a Democratic governor, a progressive attorney general, and an agency that calls itself the Department of Public Health, the state of Colorado has done less for the poor and voiceless during this pandemic than many cities and states around the country. Its message to the exponentially increasing number of unemployed and unhoused. Drop dead. Okay, so they're actually moving to dismiss. These are the things that happen. The courts are still open, right? See if we can just twist it a little bit so you can read this. So the plaintiffs, Hugh Turner Clemens, Nathaniel Werner, Denver Homeless Out Loud, Solidarity Not Charity, Fort Collins Homeless Coalition, Boulder Rights Watch, Safe Access for everyone are the plaintiffs versus the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, and Jill Hunsker Ryan as the executive director of the Colorado Department of Public Health as the defendant. The filing goes to the attorney. Oh, there's more. No, it also claimed that the Attorney General, the First Assistant Attorney General, the Senior Assistant Attorney General, well, that's where it's going to. The Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, as the executive director, together moved to dismiss the complaint in the nature of mandamus under Colorado Criminal Procedures 12B5 for failing to state a claim for relief. The parties have conferred and the plaintiffs opposed the relief sought in this motion. So they say they failed to state a claim for relief. Oh, you can't see that part. They failed to state a claim for relief. And then they said the parties have conferred and opposed the relief sought in this motion. So because they opposed the relief, they want to state that there was no claim for relief. Okay? The plaintiffs introduced themselves as members of the homeless community and organizations that advocate on their behalf. They described the challenge of those facing homelessness, experiencing the difficulties in trying to navigate homelessness and the pandemic at the same time. They seek an order to compel the department to comply with its statutory mandate to compel the department to prevent and mitigate COVID in the homeless community and to work with officials to provide housing to the homeless. Okay? While the issues facing the homeless community are undoubtedly serious, this lawsuit is not the appropriate manner to mitigate these problems. The courts are not the place to take it. How many times do people say, let's take it to the box? Let's take it to the courtroom. We don't want to go to court. Do you know why they don't want to go to court? Because if they go to court, then they have to apply whatever happens permanently and forevermore, and they don't want any more court cases. Home rule is Denver. So let's talk. We're here. You asked a question. I'm going to change my face. There we go. I'm going to look at the question, and then I'm going to give you a serious answer. The last time there was a gun rally at the state capitol, I was there. And there's a thing that changed, and I'm not going to be able to find it quick enough. There was a pro-gun rally. Oh, there it is. I was there. Friday, February 8th, 2013. And they had guns. There was 39 posts in the discussion. Everything's out there, folks. Vonnie said in the middle of 2018, 5 years later, you are murderers with children in your hands and my father's. The Brady Law would have saved my father. What you're doing is cruel, ugly, and selfish. So again, this was 2013. This post was 18. I'm looking to see if there's any pictures and videos, because they absolutely had guns here. Thanks, Lion One. So the experts agreed gun control works. You've got Hitler and Stalin and Mao Zedong, Barack Obama, He's from Libya. I can't remember his name. And I don't know who that black man is right there. It's funny that they didn't try to put a picture on Obama's face. But we want to see these pictures. So there's a gun rally all across America. See this hat she's wearing? Isn't that fun? Hi, brother, everybody. Good to see you. Citizen Z, I haven't seen you in a while. And you know what's happening today? Gaddafi, thank you very much, Snake Finger. Joe Biden gun. Oh, God. Guns won't save lives. So what is it? Gun-free zones are killing zones. Face the lie. These are the posts that were from Lori Battens. Don't disarm her on campus. This is a woman who was raped. A right to bear arms. I'm looking for the guns. Because they had guns. I remember them. And so what bothers me is that they've taken away the ability to have guns. That's how I got into this whole thing. Is that these guys don't seem to have guns, but I was there, and they had guns. And in Denver, they have banned gun rallies. It's you can't open carry in the county of Denver, but the capital is inside the city and county. So Lori had fun. Maybe Sarah Marie or Matt Arnold had some photos from that day. Let's find out. We don't blame cars for drunk drivers. Why do we blame guns for violent people? It's a fair and interesting question. There's a Representative Kevin Lundberg. This woman's pregnant and she's got guns all over her baby's belly. What's her name? Sarah Marie Arnold. But these guys aren't open carrying, which is really interesting because they did before. So that was kind of the thing. Oh, look, there's a cannon. I played it safe and left it in the car, is what they said. So, encouraging or discouraging citizens legal to carry, to bring their guns. Well, here they thought, do not believe it's legal to carry in Metro Denver area. They've somehow found a way for the Metro Denver to have more restrictive gun laws than the rest of the state. It's actually confusing and trapping to people traveling through the city. Even the idea of the castle law applying to your car, which it does in the rest of Colorado, is not the same. Oh, I want to know about the castle law. Colorado's Make My Day law is similar to Stand Your Ground law. That's not what I asked. I asked for a castle law. Does Colorado have a castle law? What is castle? Oh, it's known as castle doctrine. Oh, so it is self-defense and make my. Okay, let's go look at it. It means you can use deadly force from your gun, from your car, from your home. Does Colorado have a Stand Your Ground law? Holy shit, look at this. This update is January 3rd, 2019. It's from October 3rd, 2023. The Florida law has been amended. Update to the original law. Colorado does not have a Stand Your Ground law. We have a Make My Day law. Wait, let's explain the differences. A Stand Your Ground law is similar to a self-defense statute in that it allows a person to use deadly force in self-defense when the person has a reasonable belief that deadly force is necessary to prevent death or serious bodily harm. However, a Stand Your Ground law expands upon the first traditional self-defense doctrine in one or more ways. For example, a Stand Your Ground law may identify locations where a person may use deadly force under certain conditions, including dwellings, vehicles, businesses, and other public places where the person is legally present. State explicitly that a person has no duty to retreat before resorting to the use of deadly force in self-defense. Establish a presumption of reasonableness in favor of a person who uses deadly force under certain conditions. establish civil immunity for a person who uses deadly force under these certain conditions, or allow a person to use deadly force to stop the commission of certain felonies. Florida's stand your ground law has attracted much attention in the past. It reads that a person who's dwelling in a residence has the right in which the person has a right to be, has no duty to retreat, and has the right to stand his or her ground and use or threaten to use deadly force if he or she reasonably believes that using such threatening is necessary to prevent imminent death of themselves or greater bodily harm. So there's some things to the Florida law that are there. The presumption, oops, I went too far. The person is presumed to have held a reasonable fear of imminent peril or death or bodily harm to themselves or another person when using a threatening use of defense force is likely to cause threat if the person against whom the defensive force was used or threatened was in the process of unlawfully and forcefully entering, or had unlawfully and forcibly entered a dwelling, residence, or occupied vehicle, or if that person had removed or was attempting to remove another against that person's will, or the person who uses or threatens to use defensive force knew or had reason to believe that an unlawful and forcible entry was occurring or had occurred. This presumption eliminates the burden of proof for a person who used deadly force. That is, the burden of proof that he or she had a reasonable fear of imminent peril of death or great bodily harm. The presumption shifts the burden to the prosecution, who must prove otherwise. Now, Florida adopted its stand your ground law in 2005 and amended it in 14 and 17. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get to, Rob. And maybe you can post a link for us to learn more. You can get arrested and charged and in court claim your defense. We were also talking about the Make My Day law, which I want to show you here. Colorado's Make My Day law. Colorado adopted its Make My Day law in 1985. At that time, the phrase "Make My Day" had been popularized in the 1983 Clint Eastwood film Sudden Impact. Yes, everybody, drop your channels in the chat. Share with each other, huh? So Sudden Impact, and then it was revised by President Reagan in 1985 as a threat to veto any tax increase legislation sent to him by the U.S. Congress. The law is codified as Section 18-1 7404.5 CRS. So we're going to do that there. I don't really care about Donald. And it's the same in that both laws may be seen as expansion upon the old common or castle doctrine, in which a person had no duty to retreat before resorting to deadly force when faced with imminent peril in his or her home. Compared to a stand your ground law, however, Colorado's My Day law is relatively limited expansion. So the very idea of a statutory castle doctrine in Colorado is a little strange, because the castle doctrine, by its own terms, is an exemption to another doctrine, the duty to retreat. And except in certain specific circumstances, there has never been a duty to retreat in Colorado. And so there's some interesting information there. There's never been a duty to retreat in Colorado. People versus Toller, 9 PD3, 41 through 48, Colorado 2000. We need to look that up. I bet you Eric would be really interested in that. I really do. And so it is no surprise, does not mention a duty to retreat. It has never been necessary for the General Assembly to state explicitly that no such duty exists in Colorado. The Make My Day law is like the Castle Doctrine because it's limited to dwellings rather than stating that there's no duty to retreat in a dwelling. However, the law lowers the standard for justifying the use of deadly force against an intruder in a dwelling. Under Colorado law, any occupant of a dwelling may use deadly force against an intruder when the occupant reasonably believes the intruder has committed or intends to commit or wants to do some bad things. So if you're clear between the differences, you can hit 1, and if not, you can hit 2. And if you're just in the background fucking around, thank you for being here on a Saturday night. I wish I had a quick access to Ole. And it's not Ole the deal. It's the song. Oh, that's not the right one. That's the football chant. Can I get it? Ole. Happy fuck the cops day. Will that show up in Google if I search it? It's a question to whether holy shit. Folks, you need to see this. On July 16th, 2016, hanging out with Eric Brandt, Joshua Condati Wade of Colorado participated in a public protest with Eric Brandt. And he had a sign that said, fuck bad cops and blue lives matter. And that is a classic Eric Brandt. That is the turtle with the middle finger. I mean, I'm just saying, it's a classic. So, in this classic video, which I'm not going to play, and I just got somebody chatting with me and da-da-da-da. Okay, you guys are all subbed to each other. I think that's good. The New York Post reports he received $175,000 from the city. He was picketing with Eric, with another man on the sidewalk in front of the Adams County Hunt and Service Building. They won't name the other man. That's Eric Brandt. Dickey approached the pair and asked if they were suspected of criminal activity. Not what happened. Dickey told them that they were trespassing on and they asked if they were suspected of criminal. Exactly. Dickey told them that they were trespassing on private property. It was city land, therefore public property, therefore not trespassing. While this interaction was going on, Dickey asked the men to lower their signs out of fear that they would be brandished as weapons. The situation escalated when they refused to give Dickey any identification. So don't play with the Dickey, huh? When Dickey moved to arrest them, he tripped. The lawsuit states that Condati Wade ran because he was in Dickey's eyes and worried that he could become the next news story about an officer forcibly arresting and beating a citizen. Dickey pulled out his taser during the pursuit and struck Condati Wade in the arm. He would later need to go to the hospital and have the taser barb removed from his limb. Another officer, Ryan Sedgwick, also deployed his taser while chasing Condati Wade. I think that one might have missed. Dickey's camera captured the incident dying down after his police commander, Mark Morgan, arrived on the scene. Morgan questioned Dickey's actions in the pursuit. He informed him that Condati Wade had been standing on public property and was protected by the First Amendment right to free speech. Oh, thank you, Z. I appreciate you. Morgan also denied that Condati Wade's actions qualified as disorderly conduct. The more Dickey justified his actions, the more Morgan pushed back. Dickey eventually cuts the audio to his body camera.
I didn't get the memo on it. No. I thought it was on like a calendar invite or something.
Well, it's every day.
Would you mind just lowering that for me? Would you mind lowering it for me? I don't want it used as a weapon against me, okay?
I'm not going to use it as a weapon.
Would you please lower it down for me?
Well, just stay clear of me.
Okay. Gentlemen, we need to talk for a minute, okay? Here's the thing. Yes, you are.
Which crime specifically?
Trespassing.
Trespassing.
You have been asked to leave the property, okay? Right now you are trespassing. Perfectly. Awesome. I totally appreciate that.
This is public property.
Actually, this is private property that you're on right now. It is.
Who owns it?
The Adams County government.
The Adams County government. Oh, I forgot about his name. Didn't he run for president? No, he's not a person. It's the public. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Sir?
No justice, no peace. Fuck the police.
Keep an eye out all the way around, please. You've been asked to leave the property.
Yeah?
You are now committing trespassing, okay? That's all we're asking you to do, is to leave the property.
I need your card.
I will give you my information when we're done.
No, you're
okay.
now.
No, I will give it to you when we're done.
Before you take any
It's
official action.
it's Officer Dickey, right here. Badge number 2905. Okay.
So, Mr. Dickey, why are you removing
It's Officer
me
Dickey.
from public property? No, it's Mr. Dickey.
I'm removing you from private property because you were asked to leave this property. Yes.
Do you see any posted signs? No, this is a building open to the public.
Did you,
It is
sir?
open to the public right now. Consent to the sidewalk procedure. No justice. No.
Gentlemen, I need your ID, please, so I could write you a summons.
You will be willing to write me a summons?
Yes.
Outstanding.
I need your ID also, please, sir.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, I'm gonna place you under arrest then.
You are not placing me under arrest.
Come
You have no right to ask for any.
Come here.
He fell.
All right. Taser.
Blocked. Oh, that was the one I hit. Yeah. Reloading the taser. The first one was blocked by the flag.
Go.
Missed.
He is under arrest. He's under arrest.
For what?
For trespassing and for disorderly conduct.
On public property, dipshit! What the fuck is wrong with you?
When he's in front of the business, yelling at everybody.
You see this sign? It says fuck off! You wanna know why? Because I'm not fucking!
And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do.
For what?
So I could issue him a citation for trespassing.
It's not trespass.
It,
Oh yeah, Newfie Bullet. That was a good protest. I wasn't there for that. I was in the South Pacific. Huh. Thanks, Citizen Z. Truly appreciate you. I'm hoping that that page is reason.com, and I want to show you the web address if I can zoom in there enough right there, because that's a way to get a copy of an Eric Brandt video that people don't have and reboost that from a page. So, a matter of fact, I'm gonna open the damn thing in YouTube just so that I can find out where it's at. That was very good, Agent O. I was in the South Pacific. Absolutely. Oh my God, that's on David Lane's page. How does David Lane have 18 subscribers? Folks, 23 of you need to go do something right now. That is Kilmer, Lane, and Newman. These guys got to have some... Is that their only video? No way. That's their only video. That's got to go. It's only got 9,009 views. We've got to get that boosted. Oh my God.
I didn't get the memo on it. No. I thought I would have gotten like a calendar invite or something.
That's wonderful. So, hey, did you know that Chuck Bronson's live right now?
I explained to them as long as he's
Let's check on him.
on the sidewalk, he can
I mean, he was on this sidewalk. They came over here and attacked him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
And then, of course, so then at that point, he goes over there. You know, you want to
I
be,
didn't say that.
you know,
I
idiots.
talked to them about that, and I told them that you guys are out of court.
I know.
Them getting in your face is not. It's not the right way of handling it.
Every time I drive through here, those people right there on their porch holler at me. They cuss me out and.
ERMA.
So Officer Verma.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to talk to me?
If you're talking this tone of voice, absolutely.
Okay, no problem.
He's just upset because I was attacked earlier and
Yeah,
the
okay,
cops
so
were
earlier?
like, we didn't see it even though you got it live on your video.
Okay, so
we can't do
earlier-
nothing about it.
A guy came up to him and came up to his vehicle. All right?
Wouldn't let me out of the car.
Trapped him in the vehicle in a very threatening manner. So I did absolutely nothing.
I believe my commanders came and talked to you guys.
Okay, so
Yeah,
okay,
it's already been dealt with. It's been dealt with.
Okay,
But,
so
I mean, not properly, but it's been dealt with.
So then this happened. We all, as y'all were walking over, you see that he's literally in my face and intimidating me. Yet y'all still don't charge him with intimidation. It's because we're filming that.
Sure.
Okay, so if I were to do that, you charge me.
Charge you for.
You did to me, you would charge me.
The subject I ran was basically a warning enforcement unit.
What it is intimidating. I felt in fear for my life.
I'm already in fear for your life. Do you have a weapon on it? Any threat?
A fist is a weapon.
He was being gang stalked by 6 people surrounding him. 6 people surrounding you is not
That's not
intimidation.
That's intimidating. I don't want to hear it. Okay? That's intimidating.
If you feel intimidated by that, then I suggest.
Okay, so
go
I
to
want to
Bronson.
press charges against him for intimidation.
Sure, you can go to the courthouse and get a protection order against him.
No, that's not gonna work. Tell me who's the officer. I want to press charges for intimidation.
Well, there's no
You
crime
don't
here.
witness it.
There's no crime here. I did not witness a crime. At the most, it was disorderly conduct. Everyone was separated.
At the most,
Pussy cops.
So, charge him with disorderly
No,
conduct.
I'm not charging anybody with this.
Exactly, because we report you. That's why. Because you're retaliating. You're
It's not-
retaliating against me because I reported you. That's fine. You've already admitted.
I've always
You've already
been very,
admitted on
very,
video.
very chill with
already-
Mr. Wilkins
We're
there.
done with
So
this conversation.
I'm
You've
done
already
with this
admitted on
conversation.
video that it's because you admitted on video that it's because we filmed you guys. You said
No,
exactly.
that's
So
not
you've
exactly
admitted
what I
that. So now with y'all's history of not pressing charges when we're attacked, and then you admit it.
If there's a crime, it'll be reported.
Then you know
Okay?
what?
Thank
No,
you.
no,
Have a
you
good night.
won't. You won't. But that's okay because now you've given me enough information to take y'all.
So, if you're just tuning in, we are live with Chuck Bronson, who uses multiple letters. And I don't know where Chuck is,
Except for the sun's going down.
but it is Saturday, May 9th. State of Colorado's open. I could go live streaming right
Hold
now.
on, keep doing that. I didn't get to zoom in on it. There you go. That's better. It's Burma. Here we go, guys. Hold
This is Chuck
on.
Bronson.
Go on.
I don't know who that guy is.
Nah, just watching the cops, man. Yep.
You're not watching cops, you're actually antagonizing them.
Gonzo journalism, huh?
What did I do to antagonize him?
Oh, I see what that guy did.
He did to antagonize the cop. He was walking down the sidewalk, minding his own
Chuck Bronson.
business, and those guys came at him.
And where you guys from? You live right around the block?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, sure you do.
I do.
You do? What's your address?
I'm not giving you my address.
You know what? Hey, guess
Why would I
what,
give you
man?
my address?
Guess what? We don't have to live around the block to be able to watch the cops in our city, do we?
This guy loves cops. This is what you call a cop sucker.
A cop sucker, right there.
Yeah,
See, even
we call
the
them
white
sheeple,
sluts,
we call them
he was thinking
bootlickers.
He was thinking about
You should
cop
probably
sucking
just go
cops
get one
like-
over there right now and start licking his boots.
He
Boy.
was thinking about sucking cops' dick all night, right there.
Fucking cop
Okay.
suckers.
Cop sucker.
So, Chuck seems to be doing okay. And that's Chuck Bronson, by the way, if you want to throw that on there. But I want to show you one last time. My big thank you to Darlene Marie. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes. Isn't that some of the best? I just love when I get a box of fabric. I went through the last one. You see all these masks? Oh God, who sent me the first box? Oh man, I'm having such a brain fart right now. Sally Smith sent me that. Then somebody else sent me needles. Maybe that was Boss Man. I can't remember. I can't keep up. My brain's starting to get fried and tired. I'm running out of material. So if you're live, you can go raid somebody. Let's see, who should we raid? Because I'm gonna go listen. So let's see who's live right now. It doesn't look like there's Chuck Bronson. Northern Corruption's live. Northern Corruption must be mirroring somebody else. Maybe he's not mirroring. Maybe he's on his bike. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. That's Northern Corruption Monitor. Oh, Patricia Fordor, who's saying what? Am I missing chat? I thought I was in the live chat. My eye on you. Hey, hey, hey. Good to see you in here, buddy. So, okay, everybody checked on Chuck. I've done my hour in 120 minutes. Joe Cool just got in here. Damn it. It's Chapo. So he's like streaming Chapo. Okay. So Joe, if you just got in, like I started because Chuck Bronson was in trouble. He got assaulted. Then I unboxed this beautiful fabrics from Boss Mare. She also sent me a bag of thread. And I, on this Saturday night, I'm sitting in front of a computer, which I'm going to shut off my live stream so I can watch more of, and trace fabric. And I'm not doing a very good job of tracing fabric because I'm doing this. So I'm going to go over to Northern Corruption Monitor 907, who is either lagging or I'm lagging because I'm using too much bandwidth. And Joe, I love you, buddy. Appreciate your lesson that you've given me over the last couple of chats and in the feeds and stuff. Give me some thoughts. So I'm trying to close my mouth, shut up, stop talking. And it looks like Corruption Monitor's dead. There's only 3 watching right now. Hi, all. Looks like it's a dead feed. I want to send you somewhere in a raid because I think that's always fun. Not that I'm always bossy and telling you where to go. Interesting. Nobody's asked me any questions though. Jeff is live. Okay, yeah, let's go to Jeff. Of course, Jeff is live. Jeff is here. Actually, the easier way for me to do this is to close some of these boxes down. And click the side panel. See that? Oh, he's live. Here you go, folks. So I'm going to give you a minute. Maybe 2.
I don't think nobody
Take care, Nick Power.
needs to do no harm or anything.
Yeah, it's common human bonding. It's what people do when they like you.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, yes. Now some do it. Some do it just for spite and just for.
Cut the Plastic grade via Joe Cool.
You know what I mean? Just to.
I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Citizen Z.
Because
Citizen Z.
They enjoy.
Depends on what's on the cheeseburger. Because if it's a cheeseburger by itself, ketchup and mustard are usually preferred. But if you've got lettuce, tomato, if you have some pickles in there, maybe some portobello mushrooms, it depends, right? Everything's different. Sometimes you throw a sriracha in there. Anyway, everybody's laughing because nobody went in there. But I'm sorry, right? And wrong. See the fabric? That's my new cloth. That's Jeff is Here Audits and Right and Wrongs. It's just one of the many channels that you can go to. But before I close this, oh, is San Joaquin on?
Oh, come on.
Bitcoin is dropping.
Fish stories, ain't it?
No, it's a fish story. It is not.
Oh, San Joaquin was alive an hour or so ago. Anyway, folks, I'm done. Oh, Right and Wrongs. That's what I wanted to do.
Like 22 to 25 inch fish.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me.
I'm definitely eating that. Yeah, I caught a nice fatty.
Have a great night. I'm tired. I can't do this
Yeah,
anymore.
my first fish of the day, first cast of the day, dude. I pulled in